Welcome to the Board Game Network. This is James. I'm going to be doing a gameplay video over the game Hanabi, and I'm going to teach you an advanced technique called Finesse. And Finesse is really a very basic technique, but I'm using this website called the Board Game Arena, and it allows you to play Hanabi online. Here's the three people playing. Here's their hands. You'll notice that I'm James D. I can't see my hand. Over here to the right is what's being played or discarded or clued for each player. Here's the deck we're drawing our cards from. When we have to clue, here's the options we have over here. You'll notice there's only 5 colors, but we're actually playing 6 colors. We're playing what's called the very difficult variant, which means multicolors are wild, which means any color you clue somebody, the multicolors will be also clued. So if you clue white, then multicolors will show as white. So if you come back and clue blue later, then they will be clued as multicolor because you've given 2 different color clues to the same person, so that would turn them multicolor at that point. Over here to the bottom left is your discard for each color. You can see what's been discarded. And you should really do this in your real games of Hanabi at home so that it's very simple to see what's been played and what's been discarded. Okay, I'll be pausing when I want to make comments. Here we are coming up on my what I would like to tell you here is that you need to watch the cards in hand. If you'll notice, there's a 4 white here for Goldsmith and a 4 white for Vast. So both 4 whites are the next cards to be discarded. We always get the new card on the left on this website, and we always discard to the rightmost non-clued card. And you want to do this at home with physical cards too. You always want to discard your oldest card and draw. So you're not discarding new cards or random cards because you won't get the full amount of points that you should get in this game. So because of this, I go ahead and clue Vast about his 4 so that he does not discard it. Okay, I am now clued 4s up here, and I immediately look and see that the only 4 that's playable is a 4 multicolor, but there are 4s in the discard. 4 yellow, both 4s are there. There's a 4 blue that's been discarded, so he's possibly cluing me about a 4 blue. There's a 4 white that's been discarded. There's a 4 multicolor that's been discarded. So it's possible it's either one of those, except for here's the 4 white, so I know it's not that one. The 4 multicolor would be a playable card. The 4 blue would be one that he wants me to save. So this card here probably would be a 4 blue that he wants me to save. If this is the card that he wants me to save, he would just let that one discard this one off to the right. So if this was a red 4, he'd just go ahead and let me discard it and save this one. So this 4 blue, this is probably 4 blue, comes back to haunt me later because I don't remember that it's a blue. Okay, I just get clued a 3, and so I immediately look and see whether it's a save or a play. It could be a red playable. It could be a green playable. It's not going to be a blue because he wouldn't clue me the blue. There's not one in the discard. It could be a white non-playable, but he's wanting me to save, and there's no reason to clue that one. So it's either red, green, or white, and because of that, Vast, the third player, comes back and clues me reds so I know to play it. If Goldsmith would have clued reds, I would have wanted to play this one here, the newest one. But that took actually 2 clues so that it reversed the order of my play. So I know to play the right card instead of the left card. Now, if you look at this, this is our first finesse. Vast, the third player, has been clued red. And the red 5 nor the red multicolor is playable, neither one. So, you know, why the red clue? The only reason for the red clue is because there's a red 4 or a red multicolor, one of the two, that's out here somewhere that should be played so that one of these becomes playable. And I don't see either of those, so I have to make the assumption they're in my hand. I can look and see what's been clued to me. Here's the only red. The 4 here I know is not red, and I know it's not multicolor, otherwise it would have a color icon down here. So I normally finesse, you will play the newest card unless you have some kind of information that tells you not to play that one but to play a different one. Well, I have that information, and that's this red here. So I know the red 5. He's wanting me to play a red 5 or a red 4 or a multicolor 4. Therefore, this could be either one. And so there's my assumption that I'm making, is that I'm going to play a 4, and it turns out to be red. So Vast doesn't need any more information. He normally plays from left to right. So there's no reason to come back and tell him which of these 2 to play. And he makes the assumption to play the left one. If it would have been the right one to play, we would have had to come back and give him more information. Now we're coming up on our second finesse here, and we just, Goldsmith just got a finesse clue. He has a 3, and that 3 is not playable. And there's not a 3 blue in the discard, so there's no reason to clue that unless it's a finesse. If there was a 3 blue out here, then I would make the assumption that Vast is wanting him to save that card. But since there's not a 3 blue here, I have to make the assumption it's a finesse. I don't see a 2 blue anywhere, so I have to make the assumption that it's my newest one. There is not a clue in my hand that shows me a blue or a 2. If there was a 2 or a blue in my hand, I would play that instead. I just have to make the assumption it's my newest one. And because of that, I play without being clued, and Goldsmith plays and knows that it's not the 3 white in his hand. Because I played it as a finesse, he knows to play that one also. Now here's a finesse here. The 3 multicolor is not playable. The 1 blue is not playable. The 5 green is not playable. The 5 blue is not playable. Sometimes you'll clue somebody 1 card to tell them to play a different card. That is not the case here. The 5 blue, this is obviously a finesse. I obviously am not quick enough to pick up on what Vast is telling me, but Vast is telling me to play my 4 blue is what he's telling me. And remember earlier I had narrowed this down to probably being a 4 blue, and that's actually what he's telling me to do. I also have this green clue that I play instead because I'm not quick enough or have forgotten that that's a 4 blue in my hand. It's not a good idea to do, is forget stuff like that. You should be taking notes or remembering. But we're running low on cards here, and so at one point I realized that, hey, this 4 is a blue. So I need to get it out there so that Goldsmith can play his 5 blue. Now at this point, I could clue. There's only 2 cards left. There's a 5 blue and a 3, 4, and 5 white. Here's the 3, here's the 4 and 5. I could clue white down here. I could clue white down here. And then Goldsmith would take it as a finesse to play his newest card. But Vast already knows those are white, so there's no reason to do that. I just go ahead and include the white 3 up there for Goldsmith. And it's very important when you get down to the end of this deck that everybody can play the most number of cards as possible to try to get maximum points. Which, since Vast has 2 cards to play, he needs to be the one to draw that last card and not somebody prior to him. But it looks like we've went ahead and pulled this one out. We got 30 points, the maximum number of points. And so I hope this helps you with understanding how to optimize your clue usage even better on Hanabi when you're playing 3, 4, or 5 players. And it's very basic. You'll get used to it. It's kind of challenging at first, and it's very dangerous, but you need to make sure everybody's on board that's playing, that they understand how Finesse works. If somebody doesn't understand how Finesse works, it will throw a wrench into the works there. But make sure you tune into all of our videos, and I'm going to be doing some future Hanabi advanced techniques. This is the first one of the set of videos, and it's the first one you should watch. So tune into all of our videos here at the Board Game Network.